Okay, here we go. We are back. I don't know when this is gonna connect. We're gonna have to test, make sure the audio is good. But there's 7 minutes left in this game. We're in the fourth quarter, and I think we're good. I think we're good right now. Let's see. We're gonna refresh. See, we're live. We are good. Okay. Edmonton, Calgary, fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. I have barely watched any of this game. Calgary literally just scored a touchdown. I saw a couple of drives in the third quarter, but I have no idea what's going on at all. So we're just gonna react to the ending, Good old, not meaningless game, but no playoff implications on the line between two rivals in the West. Always love watching Edmonton play. I love their team. And I just like watching Canadian football. So we're just reacting to the end of this game. I have Trey Ford on my fantasy team, so big stakes there. So here we go, 7:16 left. Ford's going to drop back the pass. He's going to check it down to Javon Leake, who stiff arms Trey Roberson. Tackled for about a 2-yard gain. Bringing up second down and 8. And here we are. We're out here rolling. It's been a while. We're out here rolling like Milligan. It's been a bit, but we're here, So just gonna react to the end of this game, but hopefully we have some more streams and maybe do some other sports. Who knows? Like maybe watch an MLB game. I don't know. 2nd and 7. Ford. Oh my goodness! Ford gets the ball out of his hands immediately. It gets intercepted at the line in Calgary. Mike Rose looked like, is it him? No, it was Hicks who comes up with the interception. I'm hearing myself now because I have my volume on. Calgary with a massive turnover. There is a flag on the field. This is well in Edmonton territory. He reaches up with one hand, bats it in the air, and a diving catch going to the ground with the football. We'll see what this flag is. A sensational play. Ford was just trying to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as humanly possible. Not sure. Pretty sure this is just an interception. They haven't announced the penalty. There's still the flags on the field. They're talking about this for a while. Looks like the penalty's on Edmonton, so Calgary will have possession of this football. A huge interception, though, for Calgary, who's been trailing this entire game. With a quick late score and then an interception to set them up. Uh-oh. Okay. Just misconduct fouls after the play, offsetting. So, no harm, no foul. Calgary takes over in Edmonton territory. Absolutely huge. Big interception there. Clarence Hicks with the pick. First turnover of this entire game. Matthew Schultz steps up, quarterback draw. He's got a first down and more inside the Edmonton 15-yard line. And here come the Stampeders late in this ball game. The most impressive thing so far is that Calgary has not thrown an interception in this game. New quarterback, but between Bonner and Jake Mayer, they turned the ball over throwing interception-wise 9 times in the first 2 times they met each other. So give is going to be to, is that Kylan Hill? Cuts it inside the 5. With 5:30 to go, Calgary will have a second and goal from the 4-yard line of Edmonton. What's up, Bar Nation? What's up, Bar Nation? Yeah, Javon, captaining a running back who's the backup running back for your team, isn't probably the best use of a captain. But I appreciate you doing that, Mr. Bar Nation, as you beat me by 100 points in fantasy overall right now. Actually, it's not second and goal. Tommy Stevens is in, and Tommy Stevens goes in from the 4-yard line in short yardage for a touchdown. Calgary ties the game up 17-17. Absolutely huge. It was a 2nd and 1, not a 2nd and goal. Kylan Hill actually picked up 9 yards on first down. Tommy Stevens with his 10th rushing touchdown of the year. I believe he ties Chris Strevler now. From the 4, practically untouched the first 2 yards, breaks an arm tackle at his legs and goes into the end zone. Huge for Calgary to capitalize off the turnover. I got to update the score. 17-17 with the point after coming from Rene Paredes. The kick is up, and it is good. Calgary takes an 18-17 lead with 4:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Tommy Stevens. How about him? I got to check fantasy right now. Bar Nation, why did you not like captain like Trevor Harris? Like, why? Why? Like, why? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm usually the one making the boneheaded captain move. I'm usually captaining James Butler or Greg Bell every week. He might not be on it still anymore. He might be stopping by real quick. You know, he's prepping for the big Riders game later today, where the Riders will be trying to secure that number 2 spot and potentially jump Winnipeg if everything goes according to plan, which that's a lot, but could potentially jump Winnipeg. But let me check fantasy right now because I have to check fantasy. My fantasy team sucks. Just can't make good picks. I don't think Trey Ford. I captain Trey Ford. Trey Ford has like 8 points times 2, 16. And I picked Zach Mathis, who's caught one whole ball for 5 yards. So that's great. That's just great. Brady Oliveira did well last night, but the problem with that is that Bar Nation also had Brady Oliveira on his fantasy team, and I'm basically only going against him. Here's the kick. Goes to Dylan Mitchell. Mitchell's going to take it out to about the 24-yard line. Good special teams coverage from Calgary. And now it's going to be up to Trey Ford. Trey Ford, can he lead a drive right here? Can he lead a drive is the question. That's pretty brutal. I mean, Edmonton has been pretty bad. They just put up 12-37 record against the West since 2019. Edmonton has had some really bad seasons in those years. So it kind of makes sense. Give goes to Justin Rankin on first down. Rankin powering his through for at least 6 yards, met by a sea of Calgary Stampeders defenders, and forward progress will be stopped with 4 minutes to go in the game. Second and 3, they give him 7. Second and 3, 3:30 to play. They put an extra offensive lineman out on the field in motion. They're going to give it to Rankin again. Rankin's got a hole. It's a first down. Breaks off a tackle. There goes Justin Rankin into the secondary. All the way down into Calgary territory at the Calgary 45-yard line. A huge run for Justin Rankin. Bar Nation should have captained Justin Rankin. Absolutely amazing run from Rankin, who gets loose. DeMario Houston, I think, was the one who brought him down. No, it was Kobe Williams who brought him down. Rankin up to 122 yards on the ground. That is his fourth game over 100 rushing yards this season. This is just so sad. If Edmonton actually could make the play, like if they're eliminated right now, but if Edmonton played just a little bit better, was able to win last week, maybe win a game earlier in the season against Saskatchewan even, like I'd much rather watch Edmonton in the playoffs than BC right now. BC is kind of like a little lackluster, if I'm being honest. But Edmonton's got like so many fun players. It doesn't matter who's at quarterback. McLeod Bethel-Thompson throws for a bunch of yards, so he's getting his really good receivers the ball. Trey Ford. I don't even care who's at quarterback. I like Trey Ford better, but that's fun. Their running back tandem of Justin Rankin, Javon Leake, and Kevin Brown, when they're all healthy, is insane. Even if you just got 2 of 3, that's insane. They're all over 500 yards rushing. As I alluded to before, their receiving core is pretty good. Curly Gittins, Geno Lewis, Dylan Mitchell, Tevin Jones, Zach Mathis, who I picked in fantasy for no reason at all, just because, yeah. Really good receiving core. I like that a lot. Their secondary, I love their secondary. Lucius Peerford, Devondrick Bynum, Kai Gray. Like, they got some really good players. Derek Moncrief at linebacker. You got Sean Oakman on the line. Like, they have good players. It's just could not translate that talent into wins outside of their little, 4 or 5 game little spree they went on. But Edmonton's a really good football team. Really good football team. So here we go. Under 3 minutes to play. 1st and 10 from the Calgary 41 with 2:44 and ticking on the clock. Trey Ford takes the snap. They give it to Rankin for the 3rd straight play. He's met by 3 Calgary Stampeders, one of them being Micah Alway, another one of them being Cameron Judge. Just a gain of 1. Cam Judge read that very well. Micah Alway immediately in the backfield. Good stop for Calgary. Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 40. Edmonton only trailing by 2. It'd be a 48-yard attempt from this spot. Boris Beatty has been this season. Trey Ford, pressure in his face, gets rid of the ball. It's caught by Curly Gittins, who looks like just shy of the 1st down. And now the question is, what do you do? It'll bring up a 3rd and probably a whole yard where they're going to spot this football with officials standing on the sidelines. Do you bring short yardage into the game and try to pick a 1st down up here? Or do you kick a field goal to take the lead? I think you got to go for it. 3rd and 1 from the Calgary 32-yard line. Dakota Prukup is out on the field. Just 2:11 remaining, each team with 1 timeout left. An absolute must-have for Edmonton right here. Prukup under center. Calgary stacks the line. Prukup goes forward. There's a flag. It's probably going to be offsides on Calgary. Prukup has easily more than enough. A gain of 2, maybe 3. Calgary's pointing the other direction, but most of the time when there is a flag on these types of plays, it usually is offsides. It is. Calgary jumps offsides. It's a free 1st down for Edmonton. They picked it up anyway. But this drive will continue. Dakota Prukop and the unit do their job. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who it was, but someone moved a little bit early. So big first down. Edmonton down 1 at the Calgary 27-yard line with 2:07 to go. Easily in field goal range at this point. But you got to think, a field goal is probably not going to be good enough to win this game. Calgary could easily go ahead and get into field goal range and kick a field goal of their own to take back the lead. And you got to think end zone here. They're going to give it to Justin Rankin, who gets to a sea of Calgary defenders, picks up a first down and more inside the Calgary 15. Another really good run from Justin Rankin, who outruns his pursuit. And Edmonton in business late. Justin Rankin having another phenomenal game. Hard to believe this guy wasn't on a roster at the beginning of this season, and Edmonton had to go and get him back because of the Kevin Brown injury. Now he's number 1 on the depth chart and the starter. Ball at the Calgary 12. Edmonton is 2 for 2 in the red zone today, scoring-wise for touchdowns. Extra offensive lineman in again. He goes in the fullback. This probably is going to be another give to Rankin. It is. Rankin finds a little bit of daylight, pushes forward, gets to about the Calgary 9. Micah Awe and Cameron Judge both there to greet him again. Oh boy. So they just give him 2. Ball at the Calgary 10. Minute 34 to go. There's an injured Stampeder out on the field. Hard to tell who it is. Still hard to tell. Can't really tell who it is. I think it is Cameron Judge who's hurt. Now that's an unfortunate injury. Still down on a knee. Huge game tonight, Saskatchewan and BC. I keep getting really annoyed that because Nathan Work didn't have media day, so I gotta use this media day thing from 2 years ago. Just get annoyed with it. Completely different jerseys and everything. Man, I can't be the only one. I like watching Vernon Adams a little bit better than watching Nathan Work. Just saying, my opinion. BC's just been so boring. My goodness, the last 3 weeks. I mean, I liked seeing them blow a 16-0 halftime lead against Hamilton. That was fun, but they're boring. Here we go. 2nd and 8. I wonder if they're going to keep the ball on the ground here again. No, they're going to throw. Trey Ford rolls out right. Now, takes off. Finds a man. It's Geno Lewis in the end zone for an Edmonton touchdown. Huge find from Trey Ford, who looked like he might have went on to go tuck it and run. He begins to cut up field and delivers a dot to Geno Lewis in the end zone. Edmonton takes a 23-18 lead with just a minute and 9 seconds remaining in this one. Absolutely huge. Edmonton will go for 2. Makes sense, trying to make it a 7-point game. Blitz comes. Ford tosses it up in the air. Intercepted. Picked up by DeMario Houston. He'll get tackled by Trey Ford. It keeps Edmonton off the board on the 2-point try. So it remains a 5-point ball game. So good stop for Calgary on the 2, but an absolutely sensational play by Trey Ford. Nice touch ball. Feeds Gino Lewis. And Edmonton with a late lead. I almost said Jake Mayer because I've been used to it all year. Ken Matthew Schultz, former Hamilton Tiger Cat, Mr. Tinted Visor, go lead a drive, a touchdown scoring major drive to give the Calgary Stampeders a win, or will Edmonton sweep Calgary on the season? Gino Lewis has caught a touchdown in 7 straight games. That's pretty crazy. And he just told the sound guy, betting on me is a lot better than betting on anybody else. I haven't picked Gino Lewis in fantasy like one time this year. I picked him very early in the season. But dang, he scored a touchdown he's getting the ball a lot too. Here we go. Ball gets kicked to Kylan Hill. Kylan Hill fields it at the 18-yard line. Gets upfield. Good tackle. So we'll get to the 35-yard line. Matthew Schultz takes the field with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Down by 5. At home, the only place that Calgary knows how to win a football game. I'm going to regret saying this a billion times if they beat Hamilton next week, but that's not happening. Ticats are just too good. Best 6-win team in CFL history. Here we go. Mr. Tinted Visor. 1 minute and 5. Let's see if he can lead a legacy drive. Drops back, checks it down to Dietrich Mills in the backfield. Mills gets to about the first down marker. He'll have a first down. It'll be Nick Anderson. No, it's Niles Morgan on the tackle. Nick Anderson comes in to kind of little cleanup duty. But it's a first down, 55 seconds to go. Ball at the Calgary 48. Clock stopped at 55. We'll see when it starts rolling again. And we'll roll now. Schultz, low snap, fields it nicely, recovers. Ball batted at the line of scrimmage by Sean Oakman. Incomplete with 48 seconds left. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Sean Oakman had a pick on the 2-point try of Calgary, I think. So now it's 2nd and 10 from the Calgary 48 with 48 seconds to go. Calgary just under 50% today on second down converts. Schultz, empty backfield. Steps up in the pocket, breaks a tackle. He's going to run. He's going to get about a yard shy of the first down marker, tumbling into the Edmonton bench. Legal hit inbounds. With 40 seconds left, it'll bring up 3rd and short. I guess doesn't trust his looks downfield. Takes off. A blast from Nick Anderson. Out of bounds. Yeah, he's still in. Nick Anderson delivers a shot. And Schultz goes tumbling into the bench. So 3rd and 1. Tommy Stevens is going to come out here. Edmonton 53-yard line. Stevens finds his hole. He gets stood up. But it looks like the spot of the official was going to give him a first down. Someone hit him really hard. I think it was Derek Moncrief. Looked like he got right to that line to gain, but got blasted. They're going to give him a first down with 37 seconds to go. So the drive stays alive. It was Moncrief. Moncrief came in, Purefoy, a little bit at the end, but that was definitely Moncrief who had most of the impact there. Injury timeout right now. 37 seconds to go. 23-18 game. Edmonton leads. Calgary ball at the Edmonton 52-yard line. Injured Edmonton Elk down out on the field. Tommy Stevens picks up the first down. You got to love yourself some Tommy Stevens. You got to love Tommy Stevens. I realized I haven't looked up at the camera for 4 or 5 minutes. And my hairline, when I turn aside, it's just looks like I'm 88 years old. But here, it's a hairline. It's a hairline. 37 seconds to go. They're in Edmonton territory. You obviously need a touchdown. Down 5. It's doable. Definitely want to get a little bit closer for sure. 34 seconds. Schultz has time. Goes underneath. Finds Jalen Philpott. Just a gain of about 4 yards. Philpott might have even coughed up the football. He's back on top of it. 27 seconds to go. Niles Morgan was in on the tackle. Niles Morgan and Nick Anderson, both over 100 tackles this year. Pretty impressive. Clock is stopped, maybe for an injury timeout. This is going to be a good finish. I'm hoping Calgary's taking a timeout here. That's why the clock stopped. Calgary takes a timeout. They're out of timeouts. 27 seconds to go. Ball at the Edmonton 48. 27 seconds left. Another low snap to Schultz. Throws over the middle of the field. Has a man. It's Reggie Begelton. The fisherman with a big catch over the middle of the field. 21 seconds left. Schultz gathers his team. Let's make sure he got underneath of this football. He did, definitely. Big catch from Begelton. Schultz, under 20 seconds to go. Takes the check down, wisely dropped by Peyton Logan, who lets it hit the turf. 15 seconds left at the Edmonton 34. That was going to go absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere if he caught it. So a wise decision not to. Second and 10. Edmonton 34. 5-point game. 15 seconds left. Schultz. Deep drop back. Over the middle of the field. He had Marquine Michel, who can't make the adjustment. Throw is a little off. It's incomplete. Ball hits the turf inside the 10-yard line. And you got to wonder, he got his feet tangled up. He was working on Kai Gray, and he got his feet a little tangled up. Unable to get back to the ball. It was not inside the 10. It was about a 12-yard line, but he would have been inside the 10 if he caught it. So now is this the ball game here? 8 seconds left. Are they going to throw the ball at the sticks, or are they going to put this ball in the end zone? Edmonton sends everybody. Schultz going for the end zone. It is incomplete. Intended for Marquine Michel. Kai Gray working on him with 2 seconds left. There's no flags on the field. Schultz and Michel looking for a flag. They're not going to get one. Now there is. Oh my goodness. There is a flag on the field. It's going to be pass interference. That's a horrible call. The ball gets placed at the 5-yard line. There are 2 seconds to go, and we're going to have a thrilling finish. Edmonton is challenging the pass interference call, as they probably should. There's no reason not to. There's 2 seconds left in the game. Oh my goodness. Crazy. I don't think that was pass interference, but for the command center to overturn this, I don't know. Michel working on Kai Gray. There's contact, but Michel looks like he also initiates some of the contact too, if I'm going to be really honest. Like, Michelle has his hand on Kai Gray. Kai Gray has his hand on Michelle. Takes his hand off as the ball is going across. Hold on. Yep. It's going to stand. It's going to stand. Kai Gray grabbed Marky Michelle's jersey. It's going to stand. There's a grab. The call on the field was pass interference. The call's going to stand. They're not going to overturn it. I thought there was a case initially, but there's not a case. He got grabbed. And whether you grab someone like this or you grab someone like this at BC, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. I have to review the ruling on the field stands. Shocker. Ruling on the field stands. Ball placed at the 5-yard line. There are 2 seconds to go in this game. So it's not close enough to put Tommy Stevens in. So Matthew Schultz and the Calgary Stampeders will have a shot at the 5-yard line to avoid being swept. Schultz drops back. Edmonton rush 6. Ball in the end zone for Beggleton. It's incomplete. Beggleton tumbles to the ground. Lucius Purifoy on the coverage. There are no flags, and the Elks hang on to win it. Edmonton holds on, and if only they won last week, this game would have really meant something. 1-on-1, Beggleton ends up falling. No flags. Calgary probably wants a pass interference call there. They're not going to get it. And just like that, the Edmonton Elks hang on. They'll pick up their 6th win of the season. Calgary drops this one. Definitely a weird finish. A good finish to this game. So that's going to do it. That is going to do it. Nice little short stream in the 4th quarter. Bar Nation stopped by to let us know that Javon Leake was a bad captain, and Javon Leake was a bad fantasy pick in general this week, considering that he's not the starting running back right now. But, not too much action, but it's always just fun to just get on here and talk, even if it's just to nobody, to a screen, and react to the games, for the memories. So thank you to everyone who showed up. We had 9 total viewers this whole stream. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, even though I know I'm just talking to myself right now. And this is Penguinville. We'll stream again. I don't know when, but